Welcome back to a special joint edition of the Outlaws and the Todd Allen Show. And we are here at the 2016 Republican National Convention, and we have the distinct pleasure and honor of interviewing a well-known man who's on TV One, he's on the radio, he's everywhere, Mr. Roland Martin. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all good. Glad to be here.
All right, so you've been at the convention all week, right? So talk a little bit about your experience, what you've seen, hear the sights and sounds of the convention.
Well, first, it's not like this has been the most disciplined convention. In many ways, it mirrors the candidate himself, not staying on message, having controversy, having drama. This is a party that is certainly not at all unified. The rules vote on Monday. That was one. Certainly what Senator Ted Cruz did last night. That was another. And so the party has some issues, but that still doesn't negate the fact that you have a slew of angry white guys out there, folks who feel as if somehow their lives have been ruined, as if they're the only folks who have economic hardships in this country. And this is no guarantee that Hillary Clinton wins this election. And so the Democrats will be far more unified next week. But Trump, I always tell people, at the end of the day, when there's two left, one could win. So folks better realize that if you don't act like an underdog and drive your base out, over-index, have a surge at the polls, he could very well be sitting in the Oval Office, and that's scary.
So you brought up for a second the Ted Cruz speech yesterday. That was probably like one of the most, from a political standpoint, one of the most amazing things I have ever seen. What did you think about that? What did you think about that speech last night?
Gangster. Certainly unexpected, but also vintage Senator Ted Cruz, known to be the biggest a-hole in the U.S. Senate. Remember, it was former Speaker John Boehner who called him Lucifer. So it was Ted Cruz being Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, that was wow. That was incredible. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about like the first day, all the speeches were law and order and all that kind of stuff, and there was a lot of controversy with Sheriff Clark's speech and things like that. What signal do you think those type of speeches send to our community, to the African American community?
Well, that's the GOP. I mean, Richard Nixon ran as a law and order president in 1972, same as 68. So that's not anything new. That is a part of the GOP brand. What was hilarious to me was that Tuesday night was supposed to be economic night, and not a single damn speaker talked about the economy. And I'm like, have you also heard of stay on message? And so, again, the reality is the Republican Party overall does not speak to the issues that are specific to our community, which is one of the reasons why they don't do well. I have always said that the Republican Party could do better among African Americans if they listen to what black folks care about and tailor a message that speaks to African Americans. We're in Ohio, where George Vinovich was mayor of Cleveland, governor of Ohio, U.S. senator, and garnered significant black support because he sat with black folks, met with black folks, shared concerns, worked on issues together, and black folks say, you know what, that's a good guy, I'm going to vote for him. Most of these guys, they're afraid to even wave at black folks, and that's a problem.
So another thing is you kind of went a little viral this week because of the confrontation with, what are their names, Diamond and, yes. What happened with that? And, I mean, what happened with that?
No, they're just two loud magpies. That's what somebody tweeted me. I was like, damn, that was cold. I was like, that was cold. No, they're just loud, and they're factless, and so they think the louder I talk, the more right I am. But look, that's two folks trying to extend a reality show, trying to get a deal, and the easiest way to get attention in America is to be a black person who trashes black people. You can become a multimillionaire very quickly by doing that. And that's all that is. So I looked at them like they were stupid. I'm going, you know y'all ignorant. And so you let ignorant folk look and stay ignorant. That's what you do.
All right, I know you're on a short timeline. Let me pass this to Khalid real quick. I know he has a question for you.
How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Real quick, I just want to ask you, overall, I listened to you on the Tom Jordan Morning Show, and we also were at the Code Red event the other night. I heard you say that, based on your view, there wasn't a lot of black people here, which, according to my view, I was surprised at the number of black people that were here, at least in this particular media circle here. It was more probably than in years past, I believe, but you've been to more conventions than I have, I'm sure. So did you really mean that, or you were just, doing it for the sake of being of levity?
No, I mean that. Bottom line is, I have been here. It is more black delegates than they've had in the past. But again, that's part of the GOP's issue, that they are unable to gain any level of traction with African Americans because they are not speaking to those issues. That is a problem.
I think what we have now, I think it's sort of a good thing that the party, some people want the party to be unified, but I don't think you'd be unified under the some little controversy breaking out here in the thing here. But I think the party being unified, I don't think the party should be unified under Donald Trump. I'm not a Trump guy. No one on our show is. I don't think the party should be unified under him because he's a caricature of what a lot of the left has been saying about black Republicans, rich, racist white guy. And if they got behind this guy, he destroys the brand. It's like he totally blows up the brand.
But you're missing the point. The point is not destroying the brand. The point is winning. It's winning. Their deal is Democrats have had the White House for the last 2 terms. They are scared. They are scared to death that Democrats might very well have it for the next 2 terms. It means you're locked out. They are scared to death that the next president is going to nominate 3 Supreme Court justices that will tip the court. You understand? That's a 30 to 40 to 50 year turn. So remember, the next president could impact public policy for the next 4 to 5 presidents. That's why.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Roland, and we'll keep checking you out on TV One.
I got one more question for you. Is there anything possible that Donald Trump could do to repair his image among black and brown people, or is it pretty much baked in right now?
No, it's locked in.
All right, let everybody know where they can see you, social media, everything.
Twitter, Roland S. Martin. Same as Instagram, Roland S. Martin. Of course, my fan page on Facebook. And then, of course, you can watch me on TV One every day, 7 a.m. Eastern. Then Tom Jordan Morning Show twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then the Roland Martin Show, my radio show, is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Every day, Monday through Friday. And we also stream that. We on TuneIn. We stream it on Facebook. We stream it on Periscope as well.
All right, thank you so much, sir. This has been a definite honor of mine. I have a lot of respect for you, even when I do and don't agree with the things that you say. I respect you.
It means you're wrong sometimes.